What's up, Squadcast listeners? This is episode 4? 4. I think. I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Yeah. Not the fourth week, but the
right,
fourth podcast.
Yeah, we apologize for the delay, or we apologize to the 10 subscribers we have.
Are we up to 10 now?
We're up to 10, I think.
Dude.
I'm going to look it up. I'm pretty sure we're at 10.
That's amazing. Thank you to every 10 people.
That's right. So that's pretty tight with that. We got... Maybe we don't have 10. I'm just lying.
Well, if
I'm
you're
getting
lying,
your
I'm
hopes
going to
up.
be super upset at you.
Yeah.
So.
But either way... What the fuck? So it shows up... It brings up the video, but not the... Oh, we're at 7.
7. That's it. It's better than 5.
True.
So...
Anyways, we apologize for the delay. It's been a few weeks. You know, busy, full-time boys.
That's right. Had
over
stuff
here.
to do.
I just worked 6 days in a row.
Damn.
1 to 10. And I just wanted to honestly die.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. Because then I wouldn't have a co-host for this podcast.
You could find someone.
Wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, you're right. Gang.
Gang.
So, we got a few topics today. We were going to talk about some past ones, but, you know, that's the past now, and they're irrelevant.
Yeah, it's kind of the internet culture for you as things pass, and it just doesn't matter anymore after a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Exactly.
It's been 3 weeks since we recorded, and things have happened in those 3 weeks that I wanted to talk about, and we have a special guest coming one of these weeks, probably next week. I think we'll have a special guest. I wanted to talk to them about something, but, you know, the relevance of it is past. I'm not even going to bring it up because I want to blue ball anybody.
It's just over.
The topic, yeah.
It's over.
It's over. It's gone. It's in the dirt.
Yeah.
So.
But we do have some shit that has happened. Recently, not like super recently, but
enough for us to talk about it.
And then there's some things going on this week. Can't speak.
Can't talk.
That's cool.
Well, I guess first we should start off with, you know, what you have been up to the past 3 weeks that we've been gone from the podcast. I know you went shooting the other day, right? How was that?
Yeah. Who did it go with?
Went with Blade, I think, right?
I went with Blade, yeah, of course. I went to the sluice boxes for sunrise, but, I mean, it wasn't much of a sunrise. It was just clouds.
Oh, shitty.
But, I mean, you know, in Great Falls, it's hard to find, you know, spots because it's so goddamn flat. Like, we're in the middle of Montana. It's flat as hell.
Yeah.
Until you drive out, like an hour. But went to the sluice boxes for sunrise. There was no sun because clouds. And
it's good for a diffusion of light, though, right?
Yeah, the lighting was nice.
I always preferred to shoot on cloudy days. Because then you don't have such brights in such darks. You have like a nice neutral tones.
Yeah, I hate shooting midday. It depends. I like shooting either sunrise or like blue hour before sunrise or sunset, blue hour after sunset.
Twilight.
Fucking golden hour. The light's coming through. It's hitting the hills and it's all gold and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice shadows. It's nice.
Yeah.
But there was a spot... kind of by, you know, where you pull off to, like, go down the sluice boxes?
Right.
There was, like, a field. It was, like, red bush. Bunch of red bush. And then...
bush.
Then there was a bunch of, like... I don't know. It was, like, some other fucking bush, but it was, like, thin. But it wasn't grown in yet. So it was, like, red at the bottom, and then it had... a bunch of like white coming out. Oh wow! And it looked really cool.
That is cool. Have you posted a picture of that yet?
Yeah.
Can you shout yourself out for that?
Yeah. I didn't post it on Instagram. Put it on Twitter.
Oh, it's on his Twitter.
It's on my Twitter, babies.
At Zach at Clow_Zach.
That's right.
It's his Twitter.
Yeah. So you know what I mean?
I see.
It was like red and then.
Right. That's cool.
So, it was nice. Had some nice shots.
Nice. Yeah, go check that out if you want to see those shots Zach's talking about. It's like his 3rd tweet down or something like that.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
You probably don't fucking care, but it's cool.
Well, if you're listening to our Squadcast, then you care about at least somewhat what we say.
Yeah.
And we're say we say go look at it.
Please. Go drop a like on that, Shides.
Like, retweet, subscribe.
Turn on those notifications, baby.
And as always, this podcast is sponsored by...
The Cash App.
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's the food place. They, like, deliver food to you.
Oh.
Like pre-made, not pre-made, but, like, the ingredients to make food. Like dinner and stuff.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Some more Lay's for us to be lazy.
Yeah, right?
Did I say Lay's?
Lay's, yeah.
More Lay's,
like
baby.
the potato chip. We are also sponsored by Lay's.
We're also sponsored by Coca-Cola. And Apple.
And Apple. Apple does recognize us as one of the premier podcasts that is not on their own service.
Yeah, we haven't put it on fucking iTunes yet. But anyways, enough bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just been fucking working, hating my life. I just come home and go to bed, wake up.
That's not true. You don't go to bed.
Well, I don't.
You come home and do stuff until you go to bed.
Yeah, but it's not really stuff. It's just fucking
thinking around,
just sitting around, and, But I went shooting yesterday with the boys, Sean, Tristan, and this kid named Will.
Oh, nice.
It was cool. Well, actually, no, it fucking wasn't, because we were gonna go. I was like, all right, listen, boys, we're gonna drive. We're just gonna drive. We're just gonna go west, and we don't know where we're going, but we're going west.
Okay.
And it was, I think I left at like 5, which, I mean, that's not terrible. We had some time. The sun isn't set till like 8:30 now.
Yeah. So did you take 200, or did you just drive on back roads, or?
I took 200 for a little bit, and then, I took 200 up until Lincoln, and then we turned left to Wolf Creek.
Oh, sure. Like past Lincoln, before Lincoln?
Yeah, before Lincoln.
Or like the cutoff.
It's like, it's like right before the mountains.
Right, yeah.
Right before the pass.
Mm-hmm.
You turn left to Wolf Creek, and everything was dead, so it looked like shit. And it was it wasn't that cloudy actually. It was like there was some promise, there was hope.
Right.
And then we looked up on maps to see if there was a road that would go up to the mountain, and there wasn't. Or actually there was, and then we went towards that area, and then we went towards the road, and then there was like a house, there was a property on the side, and then on the map it just went straight up the mountain. It was sick. I was like, hell yeah, I've never been over here. And then we went down that road next to that house, and then it said no trespassing.
Oh.
Like somebody fucking was like, this is my road now.
Yeah.
I bought this road, this is mine.
Well,
nobody else can get up there.
If it does go to someone's property, then they can put up a no trespassing sign.
Well, it doesn't though. I don't know if it did or not. I don't know if they got shit up there.
Right,
But it was like right before, and then they had the gate.
Oh, okay. So it was gated off.
Yeah.
Probably someone's. So maybe they don't have like a house or something up there, but maybe they have property.
Yeah.
Like it's their land.
Yeah.
And they're doing some shit or something. They just don't want people just going up and down the road.
Yeah. I get that, but fuck, man, it definitely didn't make me too happy.
Yeah.
So then we went down this old ass dirt road, and by the time we realized it wasn't going up a mountain, we turned around and it was dark. So.
Did you get any pictures?
No.
None?
Zilch.
Wow.
Just a whole huge waste of gas.
Well, at least you had an experience with the boys.
Yeah.
We were able to drive around.
Yeah. But, Tristan pointed out that it was probably our best interest to just straight up go to Lincoln.
True.
Or at least go through the pass and shit. Yeah. Or even turn right by the base of the mountains.
Right. You could always go to that little river that runs right by the mountain there.
Yeah.
Or even if you go into Lincoln, there's that sculpture garden place.
Right.
Which would be cool to take pictures there too.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, did that. I haven't been doing much else, really.
Nice. Well, at least you got out and did some stuff, though.
Yeah, that's all that. That's really what I look forward to.
Yeah.
My days off is just leaving town. So, but dude, moving season is approaching.
That's right.
It's almost May now.
It is almost May, which is crazy.
I know what.
Like
the year's
time
almost halfway
flies.
over.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. Jesus. So as of late, I haven't had really any inspiration for... Well, not inspiration. I just haven't had any video ideas. I haven't come across anything.
That makes you go, I need to make a video about this?
Yeah.
What about, like, shitty Photoshop edits?
I don't know. Dude, that one yesterday. Oh
I know.
My God. We're not going to specify, but...
No, we're not going to, drag the person that posted it.
I mean, I've seen the rest of his photos, and they're good.
Yeah, I thought it was a girl. Are you talking about the guy that...
The guy that...
she was, like, inspired by?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them are fine.
Yeah.
But some of them were just overly saturated and overly edited.
Yeah.
For my taste.
Insane.
Like changing, like, green, like bright green leaves to, like, a bright pink. That, to me, is a bit overkill. Like,
it's a little cornballish.
I get what he's trying to do, make it look more, like, magical. But it just, to me, looks so fake that takes away from, even if the picture is good, even if the quality is good and everything, it takes away from it because it distracts me. It pulls me away, and I go, why the fuck is all these leaves pink?
Yeah, it's definitely a niche, a niche kind of subject for photography. It's just I mean, there's a lot, and, different strokes,
Yeah, for different
blokes.
Different Hulks.
For different Hulks.
Speaking
Avengers.
of Hulk, yeah.
But
speaking of Hulk, the Avengers comes out Friday. 2 days from now.
Yeah. When are we seeing it? Next Wednesday?
We're seeing it on Tuesday.
Word. At
7?
True.
Because I don't want to go too early, but I don't want to go too late because it's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
So, plus, credits, that's with credits, but plus advertisements ahead of time.
Yeah.
So it'll start at 7:30.
Do you think there's going to be an after credits scene?
I saw on Twitter that the directors or whatever said there isn't. There's no post credit scene. I think because of the fact that this is the end of the phase 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
So they don't have anything else to really tease,
Mm-hmm.
But
which kind of would be like, seriously, like if they put it at the end.
Yeah.
Like, here's a little thing for the next thing. It's like...
I'm sure everyone is still going to stay till the end.
Oh, yeah.
We are. Like,
yeah.
You have to always stay to the end of the credits just to make sure,
Shite.
Oh, no, the
Scheiße.
lid.
Mein fucking Kalken lad.
Wow, that's racist to Germans. Sorry.
It's not racist. I don't hate Germans.
Oh.
It's just stereotype.
Oh, okay.
Stereotypical. Yeah.
Sure.
Shout out to the Germans.
Yeah, shout out to me. What's up?
I'm Polish, so...
Zach and I get along naturally because of my German heritage and his Polish heritage.
Yeah, dude, my grandparents, fun fact, actually dipped hard out of World War II.
Really?
Yeah, like during all the shit was going on, they skirped to Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, and they moved to St. Ignatius, which is by that lake.
And not too far from Canada.
Yeah, and then they moved to Great Falls for
Nice.
whatever reason. I bet it was fine back then. It was fine.
Great Falls is still a fine town. It's just not...
Yeah.
It's harder to be a young kid in Great Falls than it is to be an old man or woman in Great Falls.
Yeah. True.
But, I have a similar story. My grandma was born in Germany right around, before World War II. But then when she met my grandpa, who was in the service, she decided, hey, I'm going to leave with this guy. And she got out of Germany.
Sick.
So.
Was that your dad's dad?
Yes.
Sick. Rest in peace.
Yeah. I actually have family on my grandma's side that was a part of the Nazi regime.
Really?
Because a lot of people were.
Well, you had to be, kind of.
Yeah. Like, a lot of the men had to be in the army, at least. Maybe not doing a lot of the horrible shit. Yeah. But they were at least a part of the military force.
It's just your average draft. Basically.
Yeah, basically. Everyone was kind of forced to be in it. So, But, yeah. So,
that's what a lot of people forget, too. Is that, a lot of people didn't choose to be a Nazi.
Well, and I think not to get too, political on this, but
yeah.
I think the term Nazi now means something different than it did back then. Right. Obviously, because it was, the Nazi party. Everyone that was a part of the Hitler army was a Nazi.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But now it has the connotation that every Nazi is this negative, terrible person, which they are now.
Yeah.
But back then, some of my relatives weren't like that. They just had to be a part of the army because they lived in Germany and they you got drafted into it. But what the fuck do I know? I'm a 21-year-old living in 2019.
Yeah, in Montana.
Like, I don't know, I haven't studied the subject or anything like that. I just know that.
Yeah.
They were a part of it.
Yep. My grandparents, like, I think they left at different times, and then they met in Canada somehow, which is crazy.
Oh, yeah. They like, both went to Canada.
Or no, I think my great aunt, I think, moved there.
Okay.
And, like, she was married at the time, and then I think my grandma went there. I gotta, like, fucking talk to her about this shit, because I forgot. She told me, like, 10 years ago when I was a young guy, 11.
Would you ever... I have a question, but I kind of got to preface it with a small story.
Yeah.
My grandparents just did that, like, 23andMe DNA test thing. And, it's just so interesting reading it back about their, like, mostly my grandpa's heritage, because that's the one that I really read. That gives you a little book or whatever you buy, and it shows all your DNA and all the different ethnic, background you have and the different stuff in the genes and stuff. And it was really interesting seeing just exactly how much of these things that my grandpa was, which means how much I am,
right?
In a way. But I really want to do one to get my dad's side. Because my dad doesn't know much about his family. We're sure that we still have family in Germany.
Yeah.
But we don't know them.
Sure.
We don't know anything really about them. I know this doesn't tell you all that shit. But at least it'd be interesting to see, like, how much German there is, where, how many relatives of mine are German, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Would you ever want your grandma or grandpa to do that?
Yeah, for sure.
On the Polish side?
I'd love to. Dude, I think it'd be so crazy to, like, go all the way back.
Yeah.
And, like, see, like, if your great, 5 more greats, grandpa or grandma or whatever, see what they were doing, what they were up to.
Yeah.
Could be farmers or fucking...
Yeah, it's kind of cool because in that book it shows you, like, when your last 100%... I don't want to say pure blood, but, that kind of, like, 100% this ethnicity or this nationality person was in your family.
Right.
Like, my grandpa's, in 1900, like, it was either 1900 or, like, 1880, someone was born that was the last 100% British person in his family.
Damn.
And then it shows from there it kind of split off, in different... nationalities kind of came together and stuff, but that was the last time there was 100% one nationality in the family. So that's crazy. That must have been my grandpa's dad or grandpa's grandpa or something, because my grandpa was born in the early 30s, so it would have been right around there that his dad would have been born. Right.
Yeah, dude, I think that'd be insane. I'd love to, like, look back and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I was on, this is kind of weird, but I was on, I was just kind of interested. So I was on, I don't know what website it was, but it was like a website where you can look at, like tombs, like graves and stuff.
Oh.
And like you can
look.
Morbid. Well, I did it for a specific reason, and it was to look at, I typed Maguire, because that's my dad's, So my grandma, her last name was Maguire.
Her maiden name was Maguire.
Yeah. So I looked at Maguire and I was like trying to see if there was like my grandma's grandpas and shit. And I found Patrick Maguire is my great grandfather.
Wow.
And he was buried in Scotland.
Wow.
So I think my dad's side of the family is like, so my grandpa is Irish or was Irish, and my grandma was Scottish.
Oh.
And I was like, how the fuck did they meet?
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, Irish and Scotland are close enough together.
Well,
it's not too inconceivable.
Yeah, but so I found a bunch of like Maguires and stuff, and I didn't find any Clows. I found Swiadzinski, which is my mom's, or my grandma's mom, I think.
Okay.
Because Polish, the ski at the end.
Yeah, it definitely sounds very Polish.
Yeah, my mom's maiden name was Bermerski.
Can't get much more Polish than that.
That's right. Swiadzinski. Crazy.
crazy.
Polanski.
I kind of want to steer back to Avengers for a second.
Right.
So let's do this. Might not age well since next time we record the podcast we'll have already seen the movie.
Yeah, true.
But what predictions do you have for the movie?
Dude, oh man, because I haven't seen all the Marvel shits.
Neither have I.
I've seen like a handful. I've seen like all the Iron Mans, and I like those.
Same.
I saw Civil War.
I didn't see that one.
It's pretty good. Didn't see any of the other Captain Americas. I didn't see any of the.
Did you watch the first Thor?
No, I never saw any of the Thors. No, I didn't see Black Panther. I didn't see Ant-Man. I didn't see.
Maybe it's easier to say what you have seen.
Yeah. I've seen the Iron Mans and I've seen the Civil War and
Spider-Man, Homecoming.
Spider-Man. Right? What's the fucking other one? The fucking. What's his? He's like a. Not like a. Doctor Strange.
I
saw that one.
Is that what you're gonna say?
I was gonna say wizard guy.
Okay. Got you.
He kind of is a wizard guy.
He is a wizard.
Saw that one and I liked that. It was kind of. I was kind of blamed at the time, so I didn't really pick up on much.
Oh, okay.
But I don't smoke. But I saw
for legal reasons. That's a joke.
Right. Yeah. So I saw those and I saw Infinity War, and I liked it. I just didn't really know what was happening. Really.
Yeah. For me, like when I watched Infinity War, because I'm right in the same boat as you, I've seen even less MCU films than you have.
Mm-hmm.
And when I watched Infinity War, I didn't really care about the characters as much.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the snap at the end didn't impact me as much as it did hardcore fans.
Yeah.
But still, even over the course of that 3-hour movie, I still felt some sort of connection with those characters. You know, especially the ones that I already knew. Like, I guess I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, which are two of my favorite Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And so when, Peter Quill, spoiler, dies, gets snapped, that one hit me hard. And, like, Groot and all the, everyone from that. But it was weird because you kind of have that disconnect. Mm-hmm. You don't really feel the same way about these characters as other people, and
and that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I still really enjoy the movie. I still think it's a fantastic movie. Yeah, especially a superhero movie. Mm-hmm. It's fucking fantastic.
I might watch Infinity War tonight.
I watched it a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so I feel like I'm okay. And I'm gonna watch. I found these videos called Cram It on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen them pop up, but they do like long form like recap stuff for like I watched one they did of Game of Thrones. After I watched season 7 again, I did a Cram It of the entire series to get ready for the new season.
Cram It, I like that.
Yeah, they're really cool, and they have one for the MCU up through Infinity War.
Oh, sick.
So I'll probably watch that before we see the movie, just so I can get everything all together right before the final movie.
Do you know who Jeremy Johns is?
It sounds familiar, but I don't know.
He's like a movie reviewer on YouTube. He's cool. One second, I'll pull him up. Sorry, I didn't mean to smash your leg there.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck, man, my bad, dude. Jeremy Johns.
Jeremy Johns.
1 million subs. He just reviews movies.
Oh, cool.
He's good. He's not. I mean, he's really unbiased.
Oh, really? Cool.
So that's great.
It's hard to find kind of unbiased reviewers in a sense.
Yeah, I watched his Endgame review last night, and he said it was fucking incredible.
Is it a no spoiler review?
No spoiler review.
Good.
He saw he saw it.
Went to the premiere or whatever.
Yeah, he said that Act 3 was insane. He said there's maybe 2 or 3 moments where it's kind of slow, where you can in a
3-hour movie though.
Yeah,
that's expected.
And, yeah, he also said that even how despite how long it is, he didn't get bored.
Really?
Yeah, and he's not even the biggest Marvel guy.
Right.
So I was like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah. I don't know how they're gonna go about it. I think that's the thing that makes me the most excited is I have no idea how they can actually undo what happened.
Right. Yeah.
Like how do you bring back half the universe?
Like how many characters are left? Like there's Iron Man and like
there's the main Avengers. All the original Avengers are left.
True.
Rocket's there.
Rocket?
From Guardian of the Galaxy, the raccoon.
Oh, true.
He's there. Mm-hmm. And then you have Ant-Man and Captain Marvel now. Also there.
True. Yeah, I said Captain Marvel, like barely makes an appearance. Like
Really?
there's just a little bit of Captain Marvel in there.
No, that's kind of sad. You know, they crammed her movie in before, and
Yeah.
now she's not even really in it. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Well, I guess it'll wait to be seen, but
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I'm kind of hoping. I really hope they don't do a time travel thing, where they like go back in time or something.
Yeah. If they do and they do it right, then that's cool.
Yeah, if they can pull it off, then great. But I just feel like there's got to be another way.
There's just so many different. I mean, there's so much shit that could go wrong with time travel.
Yeah.
But I mean, either way. Yeah. I watched Homecoming after Infinity War. I watched it like a month ago. I liked it. It was a good movie. Excited for the second one. The second one happens after Endgame.
Right.
So.
And that makes sense because it takes place, or because the movie comes after Endgame, so it
Yeah.
makes sense. So we know they come back at some point because Spider-Man has to come back for his new movie.
He's got it.
Which always confused me why they would announce a new Spider-Man movie when Spider-Man's dead in canon. You know? So obviously they bring at least people back. You know.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of shitty if they only brought back the people they liked, like they only brought back like the Avengers.
Yeah. Just like the moneymakers.
Yeah, like Spider-Man and fucking Black Panther and all them.
Yeah.
They just come back because they're like, oh, we need all our heroes back. But the rest of the universe can go fuck themselves.
They just roll up. Like, what up? Have you seen this yet? Spider-Man? Into the Spider-Verse?
I haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse.
Here you go, dude.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to borrow it.
I'll
super fucking
borrow
good.
it. How
super
long
good.
is it?
2? Maybe
I'm
like
I'm looking on the back.
145, something like that.
Let's see. Where does it say it? Approximately 117 minutes. So that's about 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Hour 57.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good.
Okay, I'll watch it one of these days soon.
There's a lot of pop culture references.
Good.
There's a scene. That's not really a spoiler. It's more of just like a little detail. There's a scene that Miles is watching. I think it's Miles or his uncle Aaron, where he's watching the Community episode with Donald Glover
as Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's super cool.
That's great. I'm glad he makes at least a cameo like that in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he plays Uncle Aaron in Homecoming.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He plays them.
That's great.
And in the deleted scene, he's calling Miles on the phone. So Miles is canon in Marvel.
Really?
In the MCU.
That's awesome.
So that's sick. Hopefully we'll see more of him next. Dude, I would love a live-action Miles Morales movie. Because that movie's so good. I really like Miles as a Spider-Man. Super good.
Maybe it works so well because it's animated.
Yeah.
You know, maybe making a live-action one wouldn't turn out as good as people would think because it's not a... You know, it's an animated movie, and making that into a live-action would be kind of difficult.
Yeah, the reason it was so good, too, was the art style.
Mm-hmm.
It was like...
Oh, I loved it, dude.
It tried to, like...
Haven't seen it, but everything I've seen from the movie is beautiful.
It's so good. Oh, my God. I'm excited for you to watch it.
And it's crazy that it's the same people that made the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, Sony Pictures, dude. They fucking...
It's nuts.
They shit out the Emoji Movie, and then they were like... Maybe we shouldn't make shitty movies, and then they made Spider-Verse.
They make a banger of a movie.
Yeah. It's really good.
I'm excited to watch it. Thanks for letting me borrow it.
Yeah, dude, it's been kind of chilling here. There's a lot of movies that I've bought, and they're just chilling here.
Yeah, well, it's
like Baby
kind
Driver.
of the life of movies.
Scarface. Well, I've seen Scarface, but...
Fuck, I've seen Scarface so many times. I need to rewatch it, though. I need to rewatch Scarface and the Godfather movies. I haven't seen those in years.
I saw the first Godfather for the first time a few months ago.
Really?
And I, wasn't a huge fan.
It's a slow movie.
It's
but
so long. I heard part 2 is way better.
Part 2 is a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah. But I'll probably have to watch it again. I liked it. I just didn't, I didn't have a boner for it, if you will.
Yeah.
Like a lot of other people, but it's cool.
I feel like if you like mobster movies, then Godfather's like the ultimate one.
Yeah.
But if you're not that into like mobster, movies or gangster movies, then you're not really gonna, you're not gonna be attached to it as much.
Mm-hmm. I liked the Godfather though himself. He was a badass.
Marlon Brando.
He was a badass.
Yeah, he's great.
And Al Pacino's obviously great.
Oh yeah,
always,
dude.
Have you seen John Wick?
I haven't.
Really? If I can, super short.
Yeah,
really
I've
good.
heard that.
You can borrow if you want.
I probably should. Because I've been meaning to watch it. I've been really wanting to watch it. It's just I don't want to go out and buy it. And then I never rent movies. Thank you.
Yeah.
I never rent movies. So then it's hard for me to then, I don't know. I could easily just rent it, Yeah. It's like $3 to rent.
Right.
But I'm just too lazy to go online and go rent this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So sick. Yeah, Avengers, dude. Shit's gonna be crazy. I'm definitely gonna watch Infinity War tonight, maybe.
3 hours, so be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Maybe put it on while you're doing something else, or...
I might just sit there and watch it.
There you go.
And vape and eat Cheez-Its.
Sounds like a good time to me.
That's right. And then I have to fucking work again tomorrow, and they're 5 days in a row. But my paycheck will be nice, though.
It will be nice.
But it's worth it, kind of.
Well, yeah. I mean, working is going to get you money no matter what.
It's just like what we're doing now. It's inventory week right now. So we have to, like, we're busting our ass all day.
Right.
And I think it was actually... Today was, like, the day where the guy comes in. The fucking head guy or whatever.
Oh, shit.
The head bloke, and he comes in and he, like, checks the store and shit.
Right. So that everyone was scrambling to make it look presentable.
Yeah. Well, I had to do that the past week. I had to zone everything and make everything look...
Why? A week ahead?
Nice.
People are going to destroy it.
That's what I'm saying. That's
there.
what I'm saying, dude. And I was like, well, I don't work on Wednesday, so I'm just going to put minimal effort into zoning, and I'm going to do my garden shit. Because I'll tell you what, it's going to look the exact same, if not worse, in 3 days from now.
Exactly.
So what am I doing wasting my time? Also, stop calling me to cashier. Fucking hire cashiers and train other people.
They do hire cashiers, but then they don't show up because cashiering is a shitty job.
Yeah. But Sean and I always cashier. Like, we're always the two people that cashier. Mm-hmm. Always. And there's a CSM. His name's Kelly. He's a nice guy. He's kind of a pushover, though.
Right.
He'll call Sean and I up, and we'll obviously have things to do in our department. Garden center. We just got all the plants in.
Nice.
You just come peep it. It looks fucking beautiful.
I will.
So many plants.
So many plants.
I'm putting hair in my mouth.
Yuck.
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 So he'll call us up, and then we'll be like, hey, no. Like, we have shit to do.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay. Well, I don't have anyone else to... It's like, okay, how about call literally anybody else up?
Yeah.
Call apparel up. Like, nowadays there's like 3 or 4 people in electronics, Yeah. At all times.
Yeah.
Call like one of those guys up.
Yeah.
To help clear the lines. Like, I don't understand why it's... And Sean and I, usually, after 4, are the only people in garden center.
Right, so you kind of have to be there.
Yeah. So we're like, we have so much freight to do. We gotta fucking water all the plants. Also, they haven't turned the hoses on yet, so we have to go to the back room, fill up a tub of water, and like wheel it across the store.
Fuck that, dude.
And we have to get like a watering can and like fucking bitch water all of them instead of just hosing them down, because the hose isn't on. And I'm like, hey,
it's warm enough now you can turn the water on.
That's what we talked to Angie, and she was just like, oh, we have to wait for home office to like, turn.
Fuck.
It's like, hey,
fuck that noise.
Yeah, you're wasting our time. You're mad at us because we don't have the watering done, but you're also letting them calling us to cashier, and you don't have the water fucking turned on.
Yeah, what the fuck are you even doing?
And they get mad at us for their mistakes.
It's ridiculous.
I don't get it. What were we talking about before that?
Avengers.
No, how did we even get into that? Oh, I said I had to work tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
complaining about working.
Not looking forward to that. So that's cool.
Well, a bit change of topic, but what do you think of the new Star Wars teaser? I've heard a lot of opinions about it.
Well, it's a teaser. Not really much to go on. I hate the name. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the name either.
The Rise of Skywalker. Don't like it.
Don't like it.
Like, let's take a look. Star Wars. It doesn't say A New Hope, but
because that was added later.
Right. Empire Strikes Back. That's your Act 2.
Yeah.
That's when shit gets real, and then at the end of it, they're like, oh, fuck. Return of the Jedi. Everything's good.
Yeah, Luke is a Jedi. He's always all
Luke
good.
comes back and he saves the day, and that's good.
And then I liked The Force Awakens. That was a good name.
Yeah.
For the first one in 30 years or whatever.
Right.
Prequels don't count.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about those.
And then The Last Jedi was a good name, I think.
Yeah.
For the movie.
There's one Jedi left.
And that was Luke, and he supposedly passed away.
Supposedly.
Who knows, because he's in the new movie, so fuck, I don't know.
Force Ghost?
I'm thinking Force Ghost.
Hope so.
And then The Rise of Skywalker. Like
what is that?
Skywalkers haven't mattered. Like, I get that Luke is a Skywalker, but in this trilogy, Skywalkers don't really matter.
Yeah.
You know, like, they were searching for Luke to help defeat the First Order. Blah, blah, blah. Like, that was the whole main point of the first one, was to find Luke. Yeah. Found Luke. Second one, Luke trains Rey. Right? And
not really at all.
Not really at all, but she still kind of got some training. Right? She's better now than she was in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
So, Luke passes away. And then why would you title the last one The Rise of Skywalker? You know, like, is Luke rising from the dead like fucking Jesus?
Maybe Rey's a Skywalker.
I hope she's not, dude. Anything but a Skywalker.
I know.
Like, the whole thing was that Anakin was the chosen one.
Oh, actually, that kind of ties into... there was a theory a couple years ago that Rey was Palpatine's granddaughter.
That's right, I remember that.
So then you have the Palpatine laugh at the end.
Right.
So maybe...
I think that
Rey Palpatine.
I don't think she's his daughter, but I think the laugh at the end of the teaser, that obviously was the Emperor.
Yeah.
I think that was more of a tease that they have to go to the crashed Death Star on the forest moon of Endor.
Yeah.
They have to go there and then to find something in the wreckage.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what this is leading towards, and that's why the laugh was there. Maybe we'll see him, maybe we won't. He was at the Star Wars celebration when they did the teaser or whatever, which makes me go, okay, so he's obviously a part of it. The same actor is a part of this.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude.
He's been in it for a long time.
Yeah, he has. He's been since the prequels in it. It's not the same guy that did... Was he the same one that did the originals?
No, they fucking went back. George Lucas' bitch ass went back
and edited
and put him in there.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Fine, but it was fine beforehand.
Yeah.
God damn it. And then he put the awful animations in there. Remember that scene at the fucking... I don't think it was Mos Eisley, but it was some other... It might have been.
No, it was Mos Eisley.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
With all the dinosaur shit roaming around.
Yeah.
That looks so out of place.
Yeah.
Because it's new CG with old footage.
Yeah. I respect the Jabba the Jabba edit though, because the old Jabba looks like fucking shite.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he looks like shit always, but it's Jabba.
True. Yeah.
But
I don't know. But so this movie, to me, I feel like it's gonna have some issues. I'm happy JJ is back, but I don't think his heart is in it. I don't think it was ever really in it.
Yeah.
You know, because they asked him to do all three, he said no.
True.
Right, and then there was no overarching plan that came out, I think, recently, is that they had no plan for the trilogy. Each movie was made on its own basis of what's going to happen in the movie.
Oh, really?
So, like, The Force Awakens, you know, it ends kind of on the note of finding Luke. Like, that was kind of the overarching thing. They found Luke, and then Rian Johnson came and went off with what he thought would happen next.
Right.
Because there was no plan as to what happens.
Well, JJ had... and outline a kind of a base idea of what The Last Jedi would be. Right. And then Rian Johnson just said, fuck you. And then he fucked it up. And then he wrote Rose in. Fuck's sake.
Dude, all respect to the character of Rose, to the actress of Rose. Yeah. All
Kelly
respect.
Marie Tran, shout out.
But
dude,
the character of Rose was not... she could have been written better.
Yeah.
The way I'm not that the character is bad, but the way she was wrote upsets me and a lot of people.
The fact that Finn was about to risk his life.
He should have died.
Yeah.
Finn should have died right there. That would have been a perfect cap to his story.
Yeah. And then they have to find something for him to do in the new movie.
Yeah.
Along with Poe. I mean, Poe had a lot of shit.
Cool. Yeah.
I like Poe.
I like Poe. And I like Finn.
but
he should
but
have
if she should have died, yeah, that would have been great. I would have been like
Carrie
that would have
Fisher
been...
or Leia should have died when she got blown out the airlock.
I know.
She should have died. That would have been a very tragic but poetic end to her story.
Yeah. It would actually be super surprising because it was just... Because remember when Kylo was looking through his thing?
Yeah, he was going to shoot her and then he
aiming,
didn't.
and then somebody else shot. I think it would be so unexpected, but I think it would be really good if they would have done memorable. It like that. Yeah. But then she just like fucking like floated her way back in there with the fourth.
And I don't even get that. So she used the Force to surround herself, right?
Yeah.
To like keep herself alive, I guess. But then she like did she Force pull herself?
I think so. That? I think
pull objects to you. I don't know. But have we ever seen a Jedi pull something besides lightsabers? You know, have you ever seen them pull themselves towards something?
I don't know. You'd think that they would be able to.
Right. To be simply as this.
But either way, you're in the vacuum of space. You should be dead as fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, Star Wars goes against all fucking physics and you know.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, she should have died. Finn
should have died.
If they would have killed Finn, that would have been super ballsy, and I would have loved it.
Yeah, that would have been subverting your expectations. That's what the whole Last Jedi was about. Was about trying to subvert your expectations.
The whole thing was just like,
actually, this doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Actually, he doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Nothing matters.
Yeah, actually, we're gonna go this way. Just kidding, we're not. Finn's gonna sacrifice himself? Just kidding. Rose, dumbass character, comes in and saves him and gives him the most awkward kiss ever. And then the laser goes through that shit, you know, the barrier on that planet. And then they should all be dead, first of all.
You'd think so. But they all escaped to the back.
And they'll just like oh my God. It's just a mess of a movie. I like it somewhat.
I think it's a good movie, but it's not a good Star Wars movie.
Right. Star Wars: The Last Jedi could have been so much. I really hope, dude.
So I'm just looking at I see you have Solo right there.
Yeah, I watched it a couple days ago.
I've been seeing more on Reddit and stuff that people are finally coming around to Solo.
Yeah.
Like people boycotted the whole thing or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember why, but people didn't go see it. People didn't like it. They talked trash about it.
The Last Jedi was so bad that they wrote off Solo.
Yeah.
It was just an awful movie.
But finally people are watching it and they're like, I didn't like Solo when it first came out. Like, I didn't watch it, whatever. And they're like, I finally watched it and it's a damn good movie. And I'm like, yes, it is a good movie.
It's a good movie. I think Rogue One's better, but I like Solo.
No, yeah, Rogue One is a fantastic standalone film.
Oh yeah, super good.
But Solo was good for what it meant to be. You know, for exactly what it is, a heist film starring a young Han Solo. It's exactly what it should be.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people had issues with Darth Maul in it. And that plays in, if you've seen the Clone Wars, then you know that he's still alive, you know. For people that didn't see it, they go, what the fuck, he's dead, you know, but
yeah.
I don't know.
And when they had to put in a lightsaber somehow.
Yeah.
They didn't have to, but, you know, that's what we like to see. We like to see lightsabers because they're badass.
It's Star Wars.
Star Wars.
You know, but another thing that I kind of didn't really like about... so one thing I liked about The Last Jedi, but that I didn't like about the prequels, was the lightsaber fights.
Yeah.
While in the prequels, there's a lot more lightsabers, there's a lot more lightsaber fights, it feels more like gymnastics in the prequels. Where they're flipping around, they're jumping around, you know, like jumping over each other and smacking each other and doing like flips and shit.
Yeah.
Where like in the original Star Wars and in the new Star Wars, it's more of like fighting with a sword. You know, which is what it is. It's a light sword, lightsaber.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be more like fighting, kind of like samurai style. You know, I've heard that from like the first Star Wars and stuff, and A New Hope, and subsequent movies. It's all very slow. It's very deliberate. You know, you watch where you're swinging your sword, and you try and get the best hit on the person, because one hit and you win.
Yeah,
you know,
it's over.
If you can hit someone in the neck with your lightsaber, they're dead.
Yeah,
that's the end of it.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be more slow and deliberate, and you're supposed to think about what you're doing with the sword. Where in the prequels, it's just fucking slamming against each other. Yeah. You know, like
no
just
thought,
flailing
just
at each other with shit. And it's just that to me didn't seem very. It was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Right. It's cool. It's not fun to watch, but it's not. It doesn't have the spirit of lightsaber battles that the older ones had. Yeah. But I feel like the new movies are kind of getting back into that.
Yeah, for sure.
Except for when Rey jumps over a fucking TIE fighter.
Yeah, what?
Like, how the fuck?
Maybe that's her training. Maybe she trains herself more.
Maybe Kylo was helping her train. And that's why she's so calm when she, like, hears him coming, because she knows he's coming, because it's a training thing.
Damn. Who knows? I'm excited to see it. I just hope it doesn't bomb. Like, goddamn, if it bombs, I'm gonna be so mad. I mean, they have a lot to go back on, and
what do you mean by bomb? Like bomb in the box office, like no one sees it, or that it's.
I just hope that it's just not a shitty movie. I think it's. Okay. I hope that it's worth my time. I'm gonna buy it regardless. but. I
mean.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for it. I think a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just. It's going to be very interesting to see what they can do with it.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen.
And that bothers me too. Is I have no idea what they're going to do for this movie.
Yeah, the only thing that we left off on was, the whole gang. 20
rebels.
Yeah, the whole gang just leaves on the Millennium Falcon, and they're like happy at the end somehow. Like at the end,
more like bittersweet that they survived.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But there's like no one left.
Yeah.
There's like no rebels left.
Mm-hmm.
And Kylo's back with the First Order, presumably leading it now, because now that Snoke's dead and Hux is dead. And is Hux dead? I kind of said that without actually knowing if he died or not. I don't remember.
I don't remember. Fucking Phasma supposedly dead, but
I think she's actually dead. I think there's how are you gonna bring her back? She fell into fire on a ship that explodes 2 minutes later.
Dude, how do they bring back Leia that exploded and then went into the vacuum of space?
Because technically she's force sensitive.
Wow.
You know, where Phasma wasn't. She was just a fucking pumped up stormtrooper.
Dude, I don't like the whole dilemma with Finn and Phasma, because in the first movie, I think Phasma should have beat his ass hard, and then he would have trained and like became better. And like in the second movie, they should have had like a pretty even battle, right?
Right.
And then in the third one, it's just a build up to like this is the final battle
between him and his nemesis, which should have been Phasma.
Yeah, and then he probably would have won, and that would have been sick.
Yeah. But
like the fact that he just bops Phasma in the fucking the head, as I quote, or as Finn quotes, Chrome Dome, which was really
Let's go,
bad.
Chrome Dome.
Yeah, Jesus.
Dumb.
Jesus.
So dumb.
That would have been great, but they were like, no, let's just kill everyone right now.
Yeah, kill off everybody. Snoke dead. I was listening to some people's take on it, and they think that... so, I was listening to someone who read the books like that are titled Aftermath. It's like a series of books that takes place between 6 and 7 to show like how the First Order came to power.
Yeah,
and I guess it was all part of the Emperor's like contingency plan that if he fell and like the Death Star blew up or whatever, if it happened again, that whatever was left of the Empire went out into the outer like galaxy, like outer reaches, out to where like there is no law and there's no whatever, and they would go out there, and that's where they found Snoke. Was he was out there doing some shit, and he became the leader of the First Order, and then they came back and took over again.
Word.
So that brings up a little bit more about Snoke's past, but a lot of people thought maybe he was another apprentice of Palpatine's that went off and did his own thing at some point.
Yeah, and
then maybe that was before Dooku.
Yeah,
he trained this guy, Snoke, and then he went off and did some shit for the Sith. And then he found Dooku, and then found Anakin, and then everything happened, and then Snoke came back, and everyone, took over back for his master. So maybe that's one possibility.
Yeah. Well, the fact of the matter is, we don't fucking know.
We have no idea, but I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
So another movie. This turned into a movie podcast.
Again.
Sorry, that's kind of all we care about.
It's all good, though. You know? Whatever.
I mean, do you have... I don't want to bring up another one of mine if you want to talk about something.
What's... Oh, yours... You're talking about Guava Island?
I was going to bring up Guava Island, but we can save that to last if you want.
Yeah, well, we only got like 10 minutes left.
10, 15 minutes.
We probably talk about that in the next one.
Do you want to wait till the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you want to talk about then?
So the cathedral fucking was in flames.
That's right. The Notre Dame Cathedral.
I kind of want to talk about like people's kind of views on I don't know who like what country it was, but they donated a shitload of money.
Oh, right, to rebuilding it.
Yeah, like 380 million or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What do you think about them donating that much money to a building?
Okay, so I it's
got historical value,
yes,
and that's all fine and dandy. Mm-hmm. But 380 million.
Yes, that's a lot of money.
That could be going towards other things.
That's my issue, is that while it's important to preserve history and important to preserve this building and try and rebuild it as best as possible,
mm-hmm.
it didn't surprise me, but it kind of disappoints me how much like millionaires and billionaires jump on the bandwagon of giving money for this cathedral, but yet they can't spare a couple million to help, the people in Flint fix their water crisis, or help the people of Puerto Rico with the entirety of what happened last year with the storm.
Yeah.
They don't... Money, their money doesn't go to humanitarian crises. It goes to fucking architecture.
Yeah.
And while it's both are not equally important, but they're both important.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why, if you're a billionaire, you can't give money to help people that are in need, rather than help a building that burned.
Yeah. Also, if you are a billionaire, if you have enough money that you actually cannot spend all that money in your lifetime, you should give back.
Yeah, you should give it away.
What's the point?
What's the point of hoarding all this money when you could do legitimate good for the people?
And like the billionaires that don't even have kids or a wife.
Yeah, they just sit on all the money themselves.
Where does it go?
Do you know that, I saw a statistic that 76% of all air travel, don't quote me on this percentage, but it's very high. It's higher than 50% at least. Of all air travel is by people in private jets.
Jesus. Really?
And that's kind of what part of why it's adding to this global climate change, because of all the emissions from the planes. Because so many rich people are flying wherever they want to go all the time because they can afford it. They get on their private jet and they fly to fucking Paris or some shit, or fly to, the Bahamas or wherever the fuck they want to go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where rich people go,
Yeah.
But they fly wherever they want all the time. And most normal people like you and I don't go on planes that much. Mm-hmm. Normal people don't fly everywhere.
We don't really go places ever.
We drive, or we save up and fly once or twice a year,
Yeah, if that.
It just bothers me, dude. Spend your money somewhere where it can be of good use to people. Not solely on yourself.
I think if you earn that money, go fucking crazy, right? But if you have that much money that you don't know what to do with it, sorry, Squadcast. If you don't know how to spend the money, if you actually literally cannot, statistically cannot spend all that money in your lifetime,
get rid of it.
What's the point of having it?
Yeah.
Put it, give back to the community. Please.
Yeah.
Please, dude.
Please, give me $1 million.
Yeah, please. Shout out to the millionaires.
Jeff Bezos, give me $1 million.
It's just fuck, man.
Yeah, well, speaking of Jeff Bezos, the fact that he makes so much goddamn money from Amazon, but yet most of the workers in the warehouses are poor. They can't even afford to live.
I know.
They're crazy. Pay your people more. You make so much goddamn money.
I know.
And Amazon didn't pay taxes last year? How? How is that a thing? I don't get it. And that's why I'm voting for Elizabeth Warren.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Yeah, again, not going to make it political. I don't know why I brought that up, but
Yeah.
That was half a joke too. But for real though.
Cathedral though.
Yeah, and like it's super sad. Did you see that post of some girl posted of like the Notre Dame fire is the most aesthetically pleasing thing?
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like I hate to say it, but the pictures were cool. Like they were cool looking.
Oh yeah, of course.
But like the subject matter of it wasn't very cool, but the pictures themselves had a very unique aesthetic to them.
Yeah.
And so I agree, but I don't appreciate how quickly that happened right after the fire. It was like still on fire when she posted that.
Yeah.
Like, can you wait a little bit?
It's like so cool. Yeah, dude. They must have found my mixtape there.
Wow. It's been a couple of years since I heard that one.
Well, they found my mixtape there, and yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have anything else because we're saving guava, so.
Yeah, we're almost out of time either way.
Almost out of time.
We're not out of time. We just decide when to end it because it's our podcast. We do it a lot.
Exactly, and an hour is a good time to cut it because. How long do you really want to sit and listen to two guys talk about shit?
Yeah.
You know?
So. Yeah.
I say, let's end it here. I think that was a good one.
I guess we're ending it here. We'll catch you next week.
Hopefully.
No, we will. Next Wednesday, we'll get back to you with the Avengers Endgame official review by two professional movie critics.
Oh, is our boy SD going with us? Does he want to?
I will text him.
Okay. And because if he's our special guest next week, he should probably see it with us so we can talk.
Right. Cool.
So it's not just you and I talking about it and him sitting there with us.
Yeah, just bored out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, so we should have a special guest next week.
Potentially.
We'll
see how it goes.
He was supposed to be here today, but he had other things to do, so He couldn't come.
And that's all good. It's all fine and dandy.
That is all right.
So, with that being said, we're done.
We're done here. This is the end of the podcast.
So, thank you, Squadcast, and thanks for our sponsors, Squarespace, Apple,
HelloFresh,
McDonald's,
Cash App, Coca-Cola,
Sony Records,
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, specifically.
The book.
The book is sponsored. We are sponsored by the book.
We're sponsored by Scholastic and Jaws.
Yep. Yes.
And Fight Club.
And use Code Squad for everything.
Use Code Squad, baby.
On all of them.
All right.
Should work.
We'll catch you next week.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.